Hey, you guys. So I'm back again with another feminine or relationship topic. And I'm talking about soft women or being soft and how people perceive softness as weakness. I think my hand is not coming in. Let me. At this point, you guys can tell me red is my favorite color. Like, I always have something red on. I love red, it makes me look so good. So, being soft is not the problem, okay? It's about being soft without strength. If you're soft, if you're just a feminine woman with no strength, no boundaries, that is when softness becomes a problem. Being soft is not a problem at all. I feel like women should have both the feminine softness and also the strength. We should always have both. Because as we know, truly feminine women, like looking at our mothers or our grandmothers or our sisters who are feminine, I'm talking about really feminine women, they tend to possess the nurturing spirit, the kind spirit, the gracefulness, the gentility. They radiate all of that. But what what will happen if there is no kind of like container to hold all of that? They're going to be walked all over. They're going to be abused because you're always nurturing, you're always cuddling. If you're always cuddling people, even for their bad behavior, people are going to walk all over you. They're going to treat you like, oh, she has no boundaries. I can do whatever I want. She's always going to be nurturing and soft. She's not going to tell me no. She's going to stay through the abuse. That's how they're going to feel. They're going to feel so entitled all the time to your softness and to your love, and you when they get to a certain point, you can't try to come in and create the boundaries because it has already been ruined. When you're always graceful in the face of toxicity and negative people, they're always going to bring their toxicity towards you because you are the most convenient person they can bring that attitude towards. No one else will tolerate them except you. So guess what? When they want someone who they can start a drama with, they come to you because you will tolerate them. You're so graceful all the time. You're always grateful. Hi, my name. Hi. You need to create boundaries when it's necessary. And that's what I'm talking about on this in this video. So when you're very soft, on the flip side, it's like two side of the coin. Femininity only functions on when you have the flip side, which is the masculine energy, which is the energy of I'm willing to walk away if you mess up. Be willing to walk away from toxicity. Be willing to say no. Okay? Be willing to cut off toxic people when the time comes. Don't just sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to come off masculine. You have that energy also as a feminine woman. You have both. And there is nothing you can do about it. You are born that way. If you're born by a man and a woman, you have a certain amount of masculinity. If you're a female, yes, you're dominantly feminine, but predominantly also you have the masculine. You can't change that. And some of you, or when people are trying to be like, I want to be a soft feminine person or a soft feminine woman, they kind of like ignore the masculine to them, not knowing that the masculine is the contour to the feminine. It's the container. It's like having an ocean without the land. Where is the ocean going to stay? Like, it needs a container. You can't just be feminine and soft and not have a container to exist in, to expand in, to express your femininity. That is not going to work. You need to have both. You just don't have to be pretty and nothing. You know, some women are just pretty and have no brains. Like, you're still not going to be respected anyway. You're still not going to be respected. If you're nurturing and you don't have boundaries, you're still not going to be respected. You're very nurturing and cuddling. Even when people are acting bad, you are still not going to get the respect. Okay? If you're soft and you let people treat you anyhow and abuse you, you're still not going to get the respect. If you're graceful and toxic people can bring their toxicity towards you, you're still not going to get the respect. If you're radiant and very beautiful and men can dump you and come back for you anytime they want, and you're not willing to walk away, you're still not going to get the respect. The femininity means nothing. All that softness means nothing. It's a waste of softness, okay? So this is how you sustain or you balance softness with power or with strength. You need it. First off is learn when to walk away. When you are in a relationship and it's full of abuse in any kind of way, whether physical, verbal, emotional, even spiritual, learn to leave. Learn to be like, enough, and stand up and go. Don't sit there and let people treat you anyhow they want, in the sense of you're trying to be the one for them. The one who gets away is mostly the one who goes with their heart. Like, you know how these men are. When they can't have you, that's when they like you more. So when you're willing to not take their BS and you're willing to walk away, they respect you more. And you be the girl they always think about. When the other one is tolerating everything he does, including his childish behaviors. Like, for instance, the way the whole social media, everyone is talking about Hailey Bieber. What's the name? Justin Bieber's wife. And how everyone is like, oh, she's a nice girl. She's always tolerating stuff. Da 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 da. And people always, like, we see him slam doors in her face. We see him even try to kiss her and then wipe his mouth. Like, some crazy stuff I've been seeing. And what do people do? They disrespect her. Even the husband disrespects her. She's too nice. She has no boundaries. She's just soft. And she doesn't allow her masculinity to come out. She should walk away in certain situations. There are situations that when someone goes too far, like cheating, treating you bad, not respecting you or not respecting your boundaries, not like having their ego have the best part of them, you need to sometimes break that pattern by breaking up with them, walking away, teaching them that lesson that I'm not willing to sit down and go through that BS. Find somebody else to do it. Sometimes you need to teach them that way. You need to teach them to respect you. You need to earn that respect by letting them know you won't stick around that long to tolerate that. And sometimes that's how people will learn to respect you, when you are no more there. When you're no more there, like, that's when people miss you and they're like, damn, I should have treated them really good. I should have treated them better. Now I regret it. Yeah, exactly. That's how you teach them. And the second way to balance that softness with strength is be silent. Learn to be silent. Learn when to be silent. Learn when to not speak too much. Learn to, there's some women who talk too much. They talk too much and they voice out all the plans they have. Like, they'll go off and be like, I don't tolerate guys who do this. I don't tolerate guys who do that. And then when a guy tests them, they can't leave because you said too much. Don't say it. Show them. You don't have to tell people everything. They will test you. They want to see if what you're saying you're about what you say. So they will test you. You tell them, oh, if a guy cheats on me, I'm willing to walk away. Da da da. If a guy does this to me, I'm willing to leave them in a heartbeat. And then he ends up cheating on you back to back to back to back, and you keep on staying. Where were the balls you were speaking with? Because men will test you. They will test you based on the things you say. They are wired that way. In fact, human beings are wired that way. If you tell them something about your character, they want to test it to see if it's true. They want to F around and find out. So mostly I don't say anything when it comes to, especially when I'm dating. I don't tell guys a lot of things because it's not important. Because what if I say it and I end up not doing it because I like you so much? And this happened recently. I was talking to this guy and we are not even dating. We're just talking. Cool. One time he made a statement which was really, really bad. He went like, oh, I should give him a fellatio. Really? You're not even my boyfriend. We haven't even kissed. I blocked him there and then. I didn't have to tell him that, oh, if a guy tells me I should give him this, I'll block him. I didn't have to let him know what I would tolerate or what I won't tolerate. I just showed him that. I just showed him because I know telling him is not going to stop him from doing that. Telling him isn't going to stop him from doing that. I just allowed him to be who he wants to be. Like, show me who you are, so I will know how I'm going to treat you. Kind of like behavior. I just let them like, show me who you are. Maybe you're a good person. I don't know. Like, show me who you are. Yeah. And I allowed them, and they showed me they have nothing to offer me. And I was like, bye, adios. I just cut them off. And the third way to balance the softness with that is Knowing how and when to cut off toxic people or negativity from your life. You don't sit through the drama unless you enjoy it, unless you're a dramatic person. Me, for instance, I don't love drama. I don't. And I'm not saying it because I'm on camera. In real life, I avoid people a lot. I avoid people. I have few friends. I don't talk to all my family members because I don't have to. I even have parents that I stayed away from them for some years without talking to them because I don't play that. When it comes to my peace and my mental health, I'm very serious with that. I don't play with myself. I don't play when it comes to me. So when someone comes to me with any kind of negativity, you might see me to be friendly and laughing and just giggling, and yeah, I can have a good time. I can let my hair down and have a good time and chill and talk. But if that person is trying to take that for granted and bring negativity into my life and trying to test me, I'll cut you off. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my dad, if you're my mom, if you're my brother, if you're my sister, if you're my cousin, if you're my best friend, whatever you are, if you don't know how to behave and you bring or you try to bring drama or negativity in my life, guarantee I'm going to let it go. What good does it serve me to sacrifice my peace just to keep a friendship or to keep a family thing going on? Like, I want to know one benefit that will bring me, except always make me be in like this constant stress of how to deal with things. I don't do that. And another way is they know how to say no and have boundaries. If you want to really balance your softness with strength, boundaries are sexy. Boundaries are so sexy. Because when people are trying to test you, or when people try to test you, they know who you are, so they don't even try to test you. If you're always saying yes, 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 will you go here? Yes. Even if you don't want to go there, you're like, yes. People can smell that. People can smell inauthenticity in you. Do you know that? When that is not who you are, but you try to fit in and be likable, people can smell that. People can smell you trying to please them. People can smell the people-pleasing attitude in you. Stop tolerating stuff from people when you know that's not who you are. Stop being a bitch. Sometimes you have to be. You have to be like, no, I'm not interested. No, I don't want to do it. Thank you. And walk off. Then to tell people, no, you're not invited. Just say it. What are they going to do to you? Nothing. They're just going to respect you more. Because you're not a yes person. You're not a yes man or a yes woman. You're the type who would stand up for what you believe in and what you want and how you feel. You don't try to kiss people's asses. You don't. And people are going to respect you for that. Yes, they might not like you for standing up for yourself, or they might not like you for being kind of like having boundaries. But they're going to respect. Guarantee they're going to respect you. I hope my mic. Guarantee they're going to respect you. That, yeah. And who cares about being liked? Who cares about that? I'd rather be respected and feared than being the one that everyone can call me when they need favors. Like, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me all the time? Because I'm nice and I'm always going to say yes. I'd rather be respected and feared than being the one everyone calls and drags along into their drama. Okay? So that doesn't mean being mean or disrespectful, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be mean to people, because some people might take it to the extreme and be like, oh, since I want to be respected, then I have to be mean to people. When I have to talk to people this, when I have to, like, no, you don't have to be mean in order to be respected. Sometimes you just have to know your worth. When you know your worth, you won't be in certain places. Anyone who knows their worth doesn't hang out with certain people. They are very selective. They know who to hang out with. They know who to call, who to do this. Like, they know how to position their life because they know where they're going. They know their worth. They know where their presence matters and where their presence doesn't matter. They don't just follow the crowd. No, people know their worth, know the kind of friends they're very aware of the kind of friends they make. They're very aware of the kind of situations they want to be involved in. It's only people who don't know their worth who just pop out in any situation because they have no self-respect. They have no self-respect. They don't mind being the butt of the joke. You should have some self-respect. You should know your worth. Know where you're, when you know how much you're worth. Oh my gosh, this fly. When you know how much you're worth, you'll be very selective about a lot of things. Very selective about a lot of things. And also, they know how to protect their peace and sanity. Choose peace over anything in life. I would say that. Choose peace over that toxic friendship. Choose peace over that toxic man. He's not going to help you. Your peace is how you function. If you have peace of mind, you always have a stable mind. You always have a stable heart. Your nervous system isn't always on a run. You're not always in survival mode because you know what you're worth, so you know what to protect yourself against. You're always protecting your peace against negative people because you know you're worth more than just being in a drama. So you're very protective of yourself. Be very protective of your peace. I would stand on that 100%. Your peace and your mental health, yes. Cut off people if they're not willing to bring that, or if you realize you're in a situation where you have to compromise your peace of mind and your sanity. Cut people who would let you compromise that. It's not even negotiable. Your peace of mind is not negotiable to anybody. They're not supposed to take you away from your peace. And another way is not to be in drama. Don't be in drama. Don't be caught fighting for someone's attention. If you know your worth and you know how much like you're valuable, you're not going to be in people's drama. You would try to be the main character in your own movie. You're not going to be the cast in someone's movie. Because you letting people drag you into their drama, you are just a cast. And they are the main. And you don't want to be in that position where people call you to be a helper in their story. Be the main character in your story and magnetize the people who want to be a part of that. Don't be caught fighting for attention by, acting a certain way and by being too loud and just being in drama all the time. Because some people, being in drama gets them that attention. So they just like to be in it. Just for people to be like, oh my gosh, like, look at her. She's the one. Like, what? Like, it's just so stressful. It's just so stressful. You being in drama all the time wouldn't guarantee, like, any kind of respect. It will make people avoid you in some settings, they won't take you everywhere. And I don't think I feel like that will hurt your reputation. Okay, don't be caught fighting for attention, unnecessary attention. Have attention for the right reasons, for the right cause, and be caught in situations whereby you earn the respect of people and not rather take from you. Okay, so with that saying, you learn to guard your power as a soft woman. Learn to guard your power as a soft woman. Be soft, powerful, and strong at the same time. It's possible. You just need to learn how to safeguard your own sanity and learn how to kind of like have boundaries for the things you're willing to, take or willing to tolerate from people and what you're going to tolerate from people. Yeah. So yeah, softness doesn't mean weakness. Being feminine and soft doesn't mean you're supposed to be weak. It's very beautiful when beneath that strength or beneath that softness, there is some strength to it. And mostly women I look up to, this queen in my country, she's called Ya Asantewaa. You guys know I'm Ghanaian, right? So the queen in my country is called Ya Asantewaa. She was the queen of the Ashanti region. You could tell from the story that she's strong. She's a strong woman. She was also really soft. And when it came for her to fight, when it was time for her to stand up, she stood up for herself and she fought. She stood up for herself and she fought. And that is so sexy. Women like that make history. Not the nice people who would let people do whatever they want in their face. They don't make history. Nice girls don't make history. Plain soft women don't make history. You won't make history if you're just soft and feminine and no masculinity to you. You'll make history. And I also read this, that men love women who like have healthy masculinity to them. Like they're not afraid to hide their masculinity, They find that attractive. It's actually, no, I think the article was men fall in love with women's masculine side. That's how men fall in love. And I think that's true. I think the fact that you're not willing to tolerate BS and all of that, because that's how men are. Like when you cheat, they'll leave you. Like, when you also possess that trait and you mirror them, they fall in love with that. They really do. So let your inner father speak for you. Don't be afraid to be. Just don't be afraid to be strong. Unless that strength is you putting everyone before you, then no. Don't let that strength be like you are putting everyone before you and putting yourself last. Not that kind of strength. Not that kind of strength. No. I'm talking about strength of you knowing your worth and just kind of like crafting your life or yourself in a certain way to earn respect. Okay, that is the kind of strength I'm talking about. Not the type where everybody be like, oh, she can take everything. Let's dump all our trauma on her. Or let's dump all our issue on her. Not that kind of strength. No, I'm not talking about that. Okay. So, please subscribe and like this video. And if you want to watch the full video when I'm done with the live, you can watch them or you can watch it. And I have more videos like this in my live section. Go to my live section, you find feminine and relationship videos. And also on my video side of my channel, there are spiritual warfare and personal development. I am Sis on Space, and thank you guys so much for coming on my live. I loved having you guys. You can watch this video when I'm done with the live. And it was about soft femininity with power and strength. Okay? Bye. See you next time. I don't know when, but I'll see you guys next time. Is there any question? Okay, let me ask that before I go. Do you guys have any question? Should I wait for like some minutes? I only had one person say hi. So it was nice talking to you guys. Since there are no questions. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe.